Mason Morse Ranch Company understands ranch land because they live it to know it. And when they tell a story of a ranch, they want it to feel real because it is real. That's where I come in. My name is Lobo Loggins, and I'm the voice you hear in many of the ranch videos and property stories for Mason Morse Ranch Company. Whenever I record a voiceover for a ranch, I try to make it sound like I'm sitting right there with you, just telling you about the place, because every ranch isn't just property. It's a story, and this is my story.
It's accessible.
I'm Lobo Loggins, and if you really want to impress the ladies, tell them you listen to Star Country. What? 104.5 KSTY, Canyon City. Miller Land and Cattle Company, offered by Mason Morse Ranch Company, is located between Vail and Steamboat Springs. This is a 3,689-acre property.
You're the voice that Mason Morse Ranch Company is using in its audio features, right?
Whenever I present a 30-second voiceover, I want the people listening to feel like I'm sitting right there and I'm just telling them about this ranch.
The historic Harry Vold Ranch, offered by Mason Morse Ranch Company, consists of 16,466 plus acres and is located 15 miles from Pueblo, Colorado.
Let's just talk about your voice. Your voice has depth. It has resonance. It has layers. Voice is made up of life experience and those types of things, and the human element living inside you. It has depth. It has character.
I never measured my success in the music business with, fame and fortune. I always measured my success with meeting good people and making good friends. To me, music is a passion that I have, and I'll probably end up dying with a guitar in my hand. I was like 10 or 12 years old. I used to watch The Real McCoys.
The Real McCoys. Known as The Real McCoys.
Walter Brennan was on that show. And I used to love to listen to him talk and listen to him walk around all limpy and everything.
Pick up so hard, I'd like to loosen every tooth in his head.
I could learn how to talk just like Walter Brennan.
Should have told him then and there. He just didn't have it.
It was like one of those things that I could do that with my voice, and then when I first started singing, I had no vibrato at all. But I started listening to Merle Haggard and people, professional singers, and I wanted to do that. Just playing guitar and singing, joining bands when I was 14. After I got out of the Air Force, I took a European discharge, and I joined an English rock and roll band. And we toured Turkey and Greece. Got to see all of those cultures. And Eva Clarence was our agent. She lived in Athens, and she booked us the NATO clubs, one in Sinop, one in Ankara, and the last one was in Izmir. And so I signed a record deal that lasted from 1988 to 1992. During that time, George Jones had a place down in Colmus Neal, Texas. He had about 60 acres or so down there, and he put an amphitheater. It seated about 20,000. Had a place called the Possum Holler Ballroom, and we were the house band at the Possum Holler Ballroom. People like Randy Travis Conway, Twitty, Loretta Lynn, anybody who was anybody, they came to that venue. We always got to share a stage with these people and meet them and sit and talk with them, and you could tell the ones that wanted to sit and talk with you, the ones that were really real people, and the ones that were there for fame and fortune. That's right. Well, there was a little club down the street called George's. I walked in one night. I was going to introduce my son.
He brought his son in one night. We would keep an eye on him because he was underage, so we talked to the manager and all that stuff. And
I noticed that Cheryl and a group of other musicians, and she started singing Wildfire by Michael Martin Murphey, and it was just so good. And I thought, man, if I ever have an opportunity to work with her, I'd like to be able to do that.
I was singing Wildfire, one of my favorite songs. And so I was singing, and he just noticed how I sang. I guess he liked my voice and was, impressed.
And so during one of the breaks, I was talking to Cheryl. This is my boy, and I just want him to, and it's kind of like I could see that in her. Well, who are you?
He was telling me, yeah, I'm getting ready to take a trip back to Nashville and write with my friend Don and Don Rollins. And so I'm like...
So I kind of give her a little bit of history of who I was. She thought I was BSing her.
Oh. I thought he was full of it. I did not believe one word he said. And I'm going, well, enjoy your trip. I got to know him more, and then we became a couple.
It was probably the first time in my life that I believed and felt that somebody loved me for who I am and what I am.
He's always washing the dishes by hand instead of just putting them in the dishwasher.
I'll sit there and I'll say, dadgum, she likes animals better than she likes people.
Well, because you know each other's strengths and weaknesses, so I didn't aspire to be a musician. I just enjoyed it and I liked it. After meeting Lobo and singing more and more and more, I mean, he's really responsible for probably most of the development that I've had. I mean, God gave me the gift because I was singing some before, but Lobo's helped me a lot.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Well, here I am now. My name is Lobo Loggins, and I'm not a big fan of change. So I hope you like what we're doing around here, because I don't expect to see many more changes.
I'm with a different lady every night. I don't need you anymore. There ain't no cows in Texas, and birds no longer fly.
Story about this song is that it was one of the first songs that my manager and I wrote while I was signed in Nashville. And we wrote it and recorded it. Didn't really think that much about it, but the producer liked the song a lot. So this is the song that we recorded, and in July of 1991, it went to number 40 in the charts, and it also won the Video PM Challenge one Friday afternoon.
Miller Land and Cattle Company, offered by Mason Morse Ranch Company, is located between Vale and Steamboat Springs. This is a 3,689-acre property.
You're the voice that Mason and Morse Ranch Company is using in its audio features, right?
Whenever I present a 30-second voiceover, I want the people listening to feel like I'm sitting right there and I'm just telling them about this ranch.
The historic Harry Vold Ranch, offered by Mason Morse Ranch Company, consists of 16,466 plus acres and is located 15 miles from Pueblo, Colorado.
When I first started in radio, I was listening to our morning DJ at KKMY in Beaumont, Texas. And I mean, he had that voice and he had throw it out there. And it was like he was puking radio. I think people listening to a radio station wants to hear somebody just like them. They want to have that person that they're listening to that they can identify with. It's like, this is a real person and he's just really talking to me in a very nice, intimate setting, rather than just screaming out these Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. It's like, I guess some of that stuff works. And, you have to be excited depending on what the copy is.
Looking at it right now, it's moving to the east-northeast generally, but I mean, if you are...
We had a F5 tornado coming through. I had a guy call. He said, how close is that tornado to us? And then this is live on the air. He says, my wife's in Camden. She wants to come to Big Sandy. Does she have time to make it? Now, here I am, a radio guy, and He's putting the life of his wife in my hands. After the tornado went through, he called back. You saved my wife's life. Right now, the radio station in Canyon City went dark, which means the owner shut the radio station down. So I'm no longer doing radio right now at all. All I'm doing is voiceovers for Mason Morse Ranch Company. I honestly feel like I play guitar better at 72 years old than I did when I was 25.
Your voice has depth, it has resonance, it has layers. Voice is made up of life experience and those types of things, and then the human element living inside you. It has depth, it has character.
I never measured my success in the music business with, fame and fortune. I always measured my success with meeting good people and making good friends. To me, music is a passion that I have, and I'll probably end up dying with a guitar in my hand.
There's a woman in Reno who cries on her pillow each night, and a lady out in Frisco who's waiting for the letters I don't write. And to that girl in Virginia who told me love ain't in you, she's right. I do no good, man, can't do no right. There's a miss in Mississippi that's been missing me at night, and a gal in Oklahoma who says that I wronged her. She